Today we are going through the story of Esther, and we will be reading our Bible from Esther chapter 1 from verse 1 to 12. And from this passage of the Bible, we saw that there is a king named Ahasuerus who ruled from India even unto Ethiopia. He ruled over 127 provinces during his time. The Bible also made us know that the throne which the king sat on is in Shushan. So in the third year of the king's ruling, he made a feast with all his princes and his servants, the power of Persia and Media, the nobles and princes of the provinces. And for a full 180 days, he displayed the wealth of the kingdom. After 180 days of feast with his princes and servants, he made another feast with all the people in Shushan, both small and great. And this feast with the people of the Shushan lasted for another 7 days. This feast had so many designs and decorations. Wine was served in goblets of gold, and by the king's command, each guest was allowed to drink in his own way. For the king instructed all the wine stewards to serve each man as he desired. King Ahasuerus also had a wife whose name was Vashti, and Vashti also organized a feast for the women in the royal place. Now, on the seventh day, the king was high in spirit from the wine he took. So he commanded the 7 chamberlains that served him, whose names were Mehuman, Biztha, Abona, Bigtha, Abagtha, Zethar, and Carcass. He ordered them to bring Vashti, his wife, before the king with the royal crown. The king wanted everyone to see the beauty that his wife possessed, for she was indeed very beautiful. But when those chamberlains delivered the king's message to Vashti, she refused to come out. This refusal of hers made the king very, very furious, and he burned in anger. Hmm, what do you think will become of Vashti? We shall find out from our next episode of the story. And from today's episode, we have 2 questions to answer. Number 1, what is the name of the king? Question 2, how many chamberlains served the king? From our last episode of the story of Esther, we saw how Vashti the queen refused the king's message, which made her husband, King Ahasuerus, very furious. Today we shall find out what becomes of the queen by reading our Bible from Esther chapter 1 from verse 13 through to 22. And we saw that whenever matters arise in the kingdom, the king will always consult experts, wise men who understand the times. They understand the laws and justice. So on this set day that Vashti disobeyed the king's order, the 7 princes of Persia and Media were present. In fact, they were the highest in the kingdom and also had access to the king. And these are their names: Kashena, Sheta, Amata, Tarshish, Merez, Masena, and Memucan. So these people I mentioned now asked, what shall be done to Vashti according to their laws? Now, Memucan, who is one of the princes of Persia and Media, he answered them that not only has Vashti done wrong to the king, but she has also done wrong to the entire people of the kingdom. He went further to explain the gravity of what Vashti had done. He told them that when the news of Vashti's disobedience goes to everywhere, that this will make their women start disobeying their husbands, and this disobedience and disrespect from their women will not stop. Memucan suggested that the king should issue a royal decree, and that this decree should be written in the laws of Persia and Media, which cannot be cancelled. This decree is that Vashti will never come before the king again, and that her royal position as the queen should be given to someone else who is better than her. Memucan told them that when this decree is done and established, that this will make all their women, from the least to the greatest, to respect their husbands. Memucan's suggestion pleased the king and the princes, so the king did according to Memucan's advice. He sent letters to all his provinces, every letter according to their language, stating that every man should be ruler over his household. And that is the end of today's episode. We shall find out what unfolds from the story as the story continues. We have two questions from today's story. Question 1. What became of Vashti? Question 2. Who gave suggestions concerning Vashti?